Hey everyone, let's do another practice problem from your test 2 review. Consider the function f of x equals 1/2 to the x plus 1. Part A, compute f of -2, f of 0, and f of 2. Part B, sketch the function f of x. Part C, find the horizontal asymptote and draw or label it on your graph in Part B. Now, part A, we're just supposed to compute f of -2, f of 0, and f of +2. So just starting with f of -2, we plug in x equals -2 into our function, and we have 1/2 to the -2 power plus 1. That'll result in distributing the -2 power to both the 1 and also to the 2. 1 to any power will always just result in 1. But 2 to the -2, well, we can make that exponent positive by bringing 2 to the -2 into the numerator of that fraction. We'll be left with 2 to the +2. 2 squared, which is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. So f at -2 is 5. F of 0. Well, anything to the 0 is 1. That includes 1/2. So 1/2 to the 0 power is 1. That means we're just left with 1 plus 1. So f of 0 is 2. And finally, f of +2. We're going to have 1/2 to the +2 power plus 1. You distribute that 2 to both the 1 and the 2. Like we said before, 1 to any power will just result in 1. But we're going to have a 2 squared. This time the 2 squared is in the denominator, and we don't have a negative exponent here, so it's going to stay in the denominator. We're just going to change the 2 squared to 4. We're going to have 1/4 plus 1. 1 can be thought of as 4/4, so 1/4 plus 4/4 is 5/4. So f of 2 is 5/4, or 1.25. Finally, we're asked to sketch our function and label the horizontal asymptote. We have 3 points from part A. We know f of -2 is 5, f of 0 is 2, and f of 2 is 1.25. So we can just begin by plotting those 3 points on an xy plane, which I've done here. They're labeled in red. And then we recall the exponential functions. We only need a couple of points to kind of fit that overall shape. These couple of points remind us what this function will do. It grows to the left, and it's going to converge to an asymptote to the right here. Now that asymptote would normally be 0, but remember our function has a vertical shift on it. You can think of this function as the function of 1/2 to the x power with a vertical shift of 1. So for large values of x, 1/2 to the x power will go to 0, and this function is going to converge to 1 to the right. So our horizontal asymptote, which is in blue here, is the line y equals 1. Thanks for watching, everybody.